Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of the Ask Barry V Show. I'm Barry Vanover. This is Miles Baker. Well, Mr. Baker, it's that time of year.
It is.
It's college basketball season.
Deep in
half
season.
over.
Yep.
And Kentucky, which I'm a big fan of,
yep.
is playing Kansas, which you're a big fan of. We both went to those schools, our alma mater. We both went to those colleges. And this time, Kansas is coming into Rupp Arena to play next Saturday.
Yeah.
So we're sporting and flying our colors today in anticipation of the game. Now, you bought us tickets for my birthday, so we're going up to watch the game. And, you know, last year we had a bet. Whoever won, the other person had to wear whatever paraphernalia clothing that the winning team wore. So I lost last year.
Yeah.
And I had to do that. So we doing that same bet this year?
I really don't want to, but I guess it's fair.
Yeah, well, you know, you're ranked number 2 in the country.
It's true. It's at Rupp Arena, so it's going to be an exciting game.
Arena.
But yeah, I think
How many games you guys lost this year?
One.
We've lost 2, so it's pretty. And both teams supposedly have the best backcourts.
Yeah, so it'll be exciting nonetheless.
It's going to be really, really, really awesome game.
Yeah.
Okay, so looking forward to that.
So
those of you that are college basketball fans know exactly what we're talking about. Those of you that don't, you know, just bear with us. Maybe you'll watch that game and become a fan. All right. So, you know, normally we don't do a lot of commercials on the show about our company or business and things like that. But I do want to go ahead and get a little commercial out of the way because I've never done this. I put up a video on Martial Arts Management Group Facebook page of a drill for skill and of a mat chat. And I got so many comments about it and people asking, where can I get this footage? And it is secret vault footage stuff. I mean, yes, the footage is probably, 15 years old, but that was me teaching on the floor, as an instructor. So that stuff is, and all the premier martial arts schools have used this for years in our drill for skill and our mat chat program. Now, what is a drill for skill? Drills are all of these cool classroom drills that are designed by 6 different types of drills: speed, power, focus, intensity, accuracy, and excellence. So as you're conducting the drill, you're teaching your students the principles behind these 6 qualities. So you talk about taking an instructor and making them sound professional, educate the students, entertain the class, and look like a professional in front of mom and dad. That drill for skill portion of your class is so important. It literally takes 8 to 10 minutes a class. And it doesn't matter what style of martial arts that you teach. These drills can be implemented. These drills are also, the 6 qualities of a champion are designed around our strike testing, where what color stripe the student earns at the end of the belt ranking coincides with what quality it is, meaning it has a color that matches. It's a beautiful method of organizing your strike test for the students monthly and bringing top level information, right, to your school. Now, also mat chats. By the way, drill for skills. Let's go back to drill for skills a second. There's 54 drills. There's a 18-month rotation of these drills. There are so many drills that your students, if you have a 3-year journey to black belt, the students are only going to see each one of these drills one time in 3 years. They should probably see these drills more, but there's only one time in 3 years on their journey to black belt where they see a certain drill. There's 54 drills that encompass that program, but I think there's 72 different drills, extra drills that's on the website. And we add stuff to by the way, all of this information is on our website, instructoruniversity.com. And there's more drills on there and we add stuff all the time. Well, also on that website is our mat chat program. It's our black belt, we call it Black Belt Excellence program. It's our personal development program. There's 18 topics where we give you the mat chats, beautiful posters and artwork to hang up in the school, the Black Belt Excellence assignment sheet that the student takes home, fills out, and bring back, in which they get a black stripe monthly on the left side of their belt. So they're earning black stripes on the left side of their belt for their personal development program, color stripes on the right side of the belt for their martial arts, physical skill. A beautiful system. It literally is takes someone's class to a completely different level. And you know what? These aren't a bunch of birthday party games that I see people putting out. where they're reaching. It really is just birthday party type stuff. This is martial arts skill development, right? So on this website, you've got complete drill for skill program, so important. You've got complete personal development program, so important. And I've never let this information out. It's always been exclusively for our Premier Martial Arts Studios. And there's a complete, get this, online instructor college. Information about you for your instructors to learn how to be an amazing martial arts instructor. It's not about curriculum. You can teach any style. Every style needs to know the 5 methods or 5 steps to correct bad behavior. Every style of martial arts need to know class formations and class lineups and anchors and communication skills and 1-second compliments and highlighting and all of this information. For literally a limited number of days, we're offering a lifetime membership to instructoruniversity.com. You will have this information for life for your martial arts schools for $495. And this is going to be limited. And then we go back and that website does a subscription sale of $197 a month to get this information. We're just doing a test. It's going to be a lifetime. You'll have access to those 3 important things: drill for skill program, Black Belt Excellence Personal Development Program, and Instructor College, and anything we add to that in the future for the life of your school. $495. Go to instructoruniversity.com today. That promotion is running right now. Click the button, purchase it if you want, because this offer will be ending in a matter of days. So now that I did get that commercial out of the way, we actually have like 6 questions. So we're going to have to blast through these so people aren't spending all day on this show.
All right, let's do it. So the first one comes from Beth M. She says, we are considering doing summer camps this year. How long are your camps and how many weeks of the summer do you do them?
Well, Beth, there's a couple different types of camps. You kind of got to decide what's the purpose of your camps. Is it you're running camps for childcare, basically, for people in your community that need daycare and childcare for the whole summer? If that's the type of camps you're running, that's worth what, $125, $150 a week in most markets. Yeah. You got to be there from 7:30 in the morning till 6 o'clock running your camps, and even allow a time for late pickup. That's all day. And if you're going to do that type of camp, you pretty much have to do them all 11 or 12 weeks of summer, right? Now, there's part-time camps where you're really doing the core activities, like from 9 or 10 in the morning until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And that's really designed for non-working mothers that are looking for some fun activities for their kids to do. Both camps are great. It just depends on what purpose. Most schools that do after-school programs, they have to do the full-service camps during the summer to keep their students right into that after-school program. So it's whichever type of camps you're doing determines on how many weeks and how long the trainings are. So I think that answered your question. Now I got to do another commercial.
No.
Because we have a summer camp package that gives you 12 themes, 12 posters, 12 Facebook ads, 12 different artwork for your monitor and TV in your school, the activity sections designed for those 12 different themes. Gosh, we've got all kinds of themes from, I can't even go, Star Wars themes to Olympic camp, action star camps. 12 different things. So your camp's different every a week. And we provide all that advertising and support materials. We're going to let that go for only $97. All you got to do is go to MA for martial arts, MAsummercamps.com. And you can simply click a button and get access to all of that information for the life of your school. You can use that information for full service camps or part-time camps as well.
Did you say $97?
I think, is that too cheap?
You said it, so I guess it's out there.
It's either going to be $97 or $197.
Killer deal.
We haven't really decided
yet.
It's
a killer deal. Either way, that's for sure.
Let's do $197.
Okay.
Making me feel weird about it.
No, I was just saying it's a heck of a deal. That's all. All right, so John A. is our next person here on our question list. He says, I own a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu studio. I hear you say you recommend an introductory program for students coming in to try your school. What kind of program would you recommend for a BJJ studio? Love your show, by the way.
Okay, great. Thank you for the comment. Now, you're competing when?
The fourth.
Fourth, you're going to
the Atlanta Open.
Atlanta Open, IBJJF, competing. Cool.
Yep.
I know you've been training hard for that. How much
Very
weight
excited.
you got left to lose?
5.
5
so
pounds.
Easy.
Yeah,
Yep,
for you
we're
that'll be no big deal. Let's see, what kind of introductory course? Man, I believe in the 2-lesson trial program because you're bringing somebody in, you're asking to spend $150 a month, $125 a month for martial arts lesson. Bringing a adult student or a child in and spending 2 30-minute sessions with them to show them the benefits of your training. You, more importantly, build rapport. You make them feel at ease and build confidence in them. That's how you sell a martial arts program instead of taking anybody in any style of martial arts and throwing them right into class. So we recommend the 2-lesson trial program always. At the end of the second lesson is your enrollment conference. And that doesn't matter if you're a BJJ school or wrestling school. We had a guy, you were having a guy that you're consulting with, or no, maybe he's asking about consulting that runs basketball training.
Right, yeah, it was interesting.
So he's applying the same principles that we use in the martial arts industry for his basketball skills training program.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah, it is,
Same
absolutely.
Now, what else did we answer?
He was asking what kind of
John's?
program would you recommend for Jiu-Jitsu Studio, and I think you said it. It doesn't matter what kind of style. It's 2 programs, and if you're talking about kids, you're pairing the physical movements with the correlating mental benefits, and that's what sells a program. And if it's for adults, it's fitness and self-defense, and so it doesn't matter if it's Jiu-Jitsu or karate.
On a BJJ school, I would just be careful of what I included.
Sure.
I would make sure, watch our 2-lesson trial program for kids, right? Which all of our premier schools run, and you just can't beat it. And use the same personal development and benefits and the way we build and talk about respect and discipline and focus and perseverance. And we always tie a physical movement in with a correlating mental benefit. Just move our physical motion out and put in your physical motion. That's all you got to do. I would stay away with so much. I wouldn't do throws. I wouldn't do takedowns for kids or adults to begin with. I would do some stand-up self-defense motions with the gi, and I might teach an arm bar for fun at the very end or something. But I wouldn't be having them do break falls or forward rolls, and I wouldn't have them do a lot of that stuff in the intro, right?
Too high risk, right?
Too high risk. You want to do the things that make them feel good about themselves, okay?
Our next question comes from Paul B. He says, we are considering a martial arts fitness program. What kind of program do you recommend, and at what times of day is best for these classes?
Well, kickboxing, fitness, back in the Taibo days. I'm sure somebody's still out there rocking Taibo, right?
Yep.
But whether you call it Taibo, whether you're calling it cardio kickbox or combat whatever, fitness, there's so many different ones. I think a good, strong fitness kickboxing program, and look at what Mike Perella did with I Love Kickboxing.
Yeah.
It was a program that first was taught inside schools. Now it's spun off to one of the largest franchises. You can't even teach his program in a normal martial arts school anymore.
Yeah.
You got to be a full-time I Love Kickboxing center. And he's the fact that his franchise is one of the biggest in the country now means there's a big need and there's a want for fitness martial arts. So inside a martial arts school, we have a program that we license to people called CrossKick. You can go to crosskick.com and check it out. But I would do that. Now, when to teach it depends upon your class schedule, whether you have 1 classroom floor or 2 classroom floor. I wouldn't replace a martial arts class for a fitness class because it's so much less money, right? Not so much. I mean, a lot of people are still charging $100 a month. But it's where you've got time for an extra fitness class. If a 1-floor school, in the mornings for non-working mothers or early in the mornings for working moms and ladies and men and women, you can find a time that's good on your class schedule, and I think it's a great idea. It brings money, energy, excitement, and lots of referrals for your martial arts school when you have that type of program.
Yeah, if you've seen on social media, there's a lot of Reebok commercials lately, and it's got these women and men in the mud runs and CrossFit and a lot of boxing and kickboxing. Yeah. And so when you see companies like Reebok embrace that, you know that it's a great market.
Even back in the day, we would go to Krav Maga in Los Angeles, and their fitness class, Krav Maga, just fitness kickboxing, was their biggest class. It was slam.
Yeah.
Now they were in West LA, and how it fit everyone is out there, but and still, I guess, imagine still the same. Yeah. I'm sure those classes are still packed.
Yeah. All right, our next question comes from Master Bickle. He says, Last show I heard you say that you give away free uniforms for your mass intros.
Yep.
What about your introductory programs?
Well, it's a different kind of free. Listen, we were just talking about this last week in staff meeting. We charge for our introductory program, that 2-lesson trial program, whether you call it a quick start program, VIP program, introductory course, whatever you market it as. We always change that name up. Basically, it's 2 private one-on-one lessons with a it's 2 private one-on-one lessons for $29.95 or $19.95 or whatever special we're putting on it. And then we say, plus free uniform while supplies last, for that little bit of sense of urgency. So yes, we're saying the uniform is free, but we're making $29 on the 2-lesson trial program, which more than pays for the uniform at $9, $10, $12 or whatever. And listen, if people won't pay $29 for a 2-lesson trial program or $19.95 or whatever, they're not going to pay you $125 a month for martial arts lessons. It's almost like you're pre-qualifying them, right? And plus, sometimes when you constantly advertise something for free, that's what value people put on it. Nothing. Costs nothing, must be worth nothing, right? So yes, it's always in a uniform because we're wanting to turn that student into a martial artist right in front of the mom and dad's eyes. They can't do that in their street clothes. So when a student comes in, they get in a uniform one way or the other, okay?
Our next question comes from Russell A. He asks, what do you mean when you talk about email funnels?
Okay. Yeah, email funnels is just a series of emails that follow an action. You're putting an advertisement out there. People give you their email information to see your offer. Maybe they don't purchase. Now their email goes into an email funnel. Funnel meaning just a series of emails that you're sending to them on a time schedule that you don't have to do. It automatically happens. And at that point, you're continuing to sell them over a period of time. But you can have email funnels for when you sign up a new student. You can have email funnels for when a student joins black belt training. Those people start getting a series of emails. Educational funnels. Doesn't always have to be sales funnels. So it's really a series of emails that follow some type of action.
And our last question for this week comes from Herman C. He says, how do you keep up with your leads that you gather, and what do you do with them after you call them?
Oh, well, that's probably a good question. Herman, you should have some type of software that we use Studio Pro that leads from your website. When somebody puts in a lead, it automatically goes into your software, gets categorized as a lead. That way, when you're calling them, if they schedule an appointment, it becomes a prospect. Then hopefully it becomes a student. If they don't schedule an appointment and maybe they tell you to call back, you can put in next action, schedule when you're going to do a follow-up call, which will give you a reminder. So you're keeping up with those leads and continuing to work those leads. If they say no, then that email goes into what we just referred to as an email funnel to continue sending emails on a periodic basis to try to resell and reinterest these people in what you do. So emails are like gold. You've got to harvest them and gather them, and then you've got to use them and continue to use them, okay? So if you're old school and you're getting leads from a promotional booth, a birthday party, people walking in the door, you're calling them, then after that call's over, you're losing those leads or you're not continuing to work those leads, you're losing so much money, okay? Because we're signing up a lot of people just on email marketing through our email funneling systems as we do picking up the phone and calling them anymore, okay?
That's the last question.
Wow,
that's it.
Hope that we didn't go too fast for you guys. That was a lot of information. So don't forget, limited time offer, instructoruniversity.com, $4.95 lifetime membership to the secret vault of amazing classroom information, period. Okay? I don't know exactly how many more days is left because I don't know when this show went out in comparison to when we started that offer, which we're probably doing as we're recording this today. Also, masummercamps.com. If you want a 12-week themed up package for all the summer camp marketing materials, everything you need for the 12 weeks of summer for the life of your school, you can repeat these themes every summer. I said 97, but Mr. Baker changed it to 197. So blame him for that, but it's a one-time thing. You get access to all of that. And the next show you see, this man will be head to toe. I'm talking caps, probably this type of shirt, I'm going to make him wear hoodies. Kentucky, wait and see. All right. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.